We all love calisthenics for the cool skills, but if your physique doesn't match your strength level, it's just not the same. And today I'm going to show you how you should train if you wanna have both. So probably you have heard a lot of people saying that you can't build a great physique just with calisthenics, just with your body weight. Somehow it's not enough and you need to go to the gym, you need to do bicep curls, lifting weights. But all of that stuff is BS, and let's break that limiting belief now. For example, I have been training calisthenics for more than 6 years. I have built an amazing physique while learning some cool skills at the same time. And you need to understand that in the beginning I didn't know what am I doing. I didn't know how to train properly, and if you're doing everything right from the very beginning, you're going to achieve the same results as me, but way faster, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. In a few minutes I'm going to show you a weekly workout structure that you can follow and adjust to your personal level and goals. But before going into that, you need to understand some key principles. So we're talking about building your physique while learning some calisthenic skills. So you need to understand what is actually going to build your physique and what is going to help you obviously get better at the skills. So as you can see here, physique, we have basics, handstand push-ups, muscle-ups, and let me read this one. Yeah, high-level calisthenic skills. So let's start with the physique, right? So basically these are the exercises that are going to build your physique, because you can spam handstands every single day for 2 hours a day, but it's not really going to build your physique. So basics like pull-ups, dips, core exercises, you can also add weighted calisthenics here, or sets and reps style of training, endurance calisthenics. All of that is going to build your physique, because you're doing a lot of reps, you're going to failure, you're doing, like when you're doing pull-ups, you're doing a big range of motion movement, which is going to work with your muscles very good, and it's going to cause, like, you're going to have hypertrophy, your muscles are going to get bigger, and overall obviously your physique is going to improve. So basics are the number one exercise, let's say it like that, that is going to change your physique the most. And when I was starting calisthenics, I was doing a lot of basics because, as I said, I didn't know how to do properly. I just knew that there are some exercises like pull-ups and dips, and I was just doing them. But because of that, I actually managed to build a pretty solid physique. So basics is the first thing that is super important. The second thing, handstand push-ups and muscle-ups. These are basically skills, but these skills are going to build your muscles also pretty well, because this is a skill that is dynamic. It's not static like the front lever or the plunge, and your muscles are still going through a large range of motion, which is going to work your muscles great. And if you're going to train close to failure or to failure, this is a super great way to also improve your physique, especially your shoulders with handstand push-ups. And here you can see high-level calisthenic skills. So once you get stronger, for example at the plunge, front lever, you start doing some combos, you do presses, you do push-ups. This is also going to improve your physique a lot, but this is pretty advanced stuff, and if you're watching this video, most likely you're still not on this level, and you need to focus on these two. So let's say beginner skills in calisthenics and basics. This is for the physique part. And here in the skills part you can see plunge, front lever, handstand, basically any variation of the handstand, like one arm handstand, normal handstands, etc. And here you can see, one second, other skills. So other skills like back lever, human flag, L-sit. Like L-sit is actually part of the basics in my opinion, but yeah, any other calisthenic skills. So these skills require a lot of strength, but if we are just talking about static holds, like plunge hold, front lever hold, all of that stuff, yes, obviously it's going to have, you're going to have some tension in your muscles. Yes, you're going to improve your physique over time, but basics are going to build your physique way better than these two. If we are just talking about static holds, like high-level calisthenic skills, this is a different story, but basically these two are more about strength, more about coordination, more about learning the movement, and they're cool. You're going to learn cool skills. In the future you can go to high-level calisthenics, but this is not really going to build your physique in the beginning. So you need to combine them both if you want to build a great physique and also to be able to do cool skills, to do handstands, planches, and so on. And let's see how we're going to combine all of that into a weekly training structure that you can actually follow and make progress in both. So I'm going to show you an example with 3 full body workouts for the week, because this split works well for most people. And if you want to know why, you can check the video that I'm going to link in the description. There I'm explaining more about splits and why this split is a good one and works basically for every single person. So let me show you how it's going to look like. You can see here there's a lot of stuff, but you can see Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, so 3 workouts. Now you can see that at the beginning of every single workout you start with some skills exercises, because when you're training skills, it doesn't matter if you're going to train muscle ups, handstand push-ups, or planche or something else. You want to be as fresh as possible, especially if this skill is something new for you. If you're not comfortable with the skill, you want to train it when you're as fresh as possible. So you want to start every single one of your workouts with some skills exercises. Now, in this example, our main goal is muscle up, handstand, basics after that. And here you can see some planche and front lever exercises, but this is more like conditioning exercises, not so intense. This is the last workout of the week, so it's least important and less intense. So basically, planche and front lever is just to condition our body for the future for the skills, but it's not a priority. So once again, this is just an example, and you can adjust it to your personal scenario and goals. So as you can see here, muscle up, handstand push-up, 1 or 2 exercises per per skill. You can choose for yourself. For example, you can have more focus on skills and less on basics, or you can have less focus on skills but still practice them and do more basics, because this is going to build your physique more if this is your main goal. But if you want to get the best of both, you can just do 1 or 2 muscle ups, 1 or 2 handstand push-ups, and then 1 or 2 for push and pull basic exercises. So this might be dips, this might be push-ups, this might be pull-ups, explosive pull-ups, whatever you like to. It's just going to be basic exercises, but for the most part it's going to be pull-ups and dips. Another important thing is that when you see basic exercises, it doesn't mean that you're going to do them always body weight. For example, if you want to, you can also do weighted calisthenics. And I'm not telling you to do weighted calisthenics every single day. You can do it a little bit more interesting for you. And on some days you can do body weight basics. On other days you can do weighted calisthenics, obviously with weights. On other days, if you're going to train basics for the 3rd time, on the last workout you can do EMOM style of training, so every minute on the minute, basically doing a certain repetition, like for example 5 pull-ups every single minute for 10 minutes. And this is also a pretty fun way to train and gaining a lot of volume. So there are a lot of variations to that, and it all depends on your level, on your goals, etc. So you always want to start with the skills, as I already said. And as you can see here, on Monday you're starting with muscle ups, but on Wednesday you're going to start with handstand push-ups. Why? Well, because on this day you're going to focus more on muscle ups, you're going to be more fresh, and on this day you're going to focus more on handstand push-ups. So this is going to be the first exercise. So you're kind of prioritizing muscle ups here, and you're prioritizing handstand push-ups here, to have 100% focus on both skills, just on different days. And on the last workout you can still train muscle ups and handstand push-ups if you want to, but this, just for the sake of the example, you can have some variety, and you're doing planche and front lever, kind of conditioning, and then you're finishing again with basics. But if you want to, you can still work on handstand push-ups and muscle ups for the last 2 exercises if you really want to prioritize skills. But the most important thing that you need to remember is you start every workout with skills, because when you're training skills, you want to be as fresh as possible, and you finish the workout with some hypertrophy work, with basics, weighted calisthenics, EMOMs, and so on. This is the best way to combine building your physique and learning cool skills. Because if you're going to do it the other way around, if you're going to start with basics and then finish with skills, the skill work is not going to be so productive, and you're not going to get better at skills very fast. Another very important aspect of building your physique is your diet, because you can train as hard as you want to, but if your diet is not going to be good, it's not gonna do much. So I have another very detailed video, it's like 30 minutes, just about dieting, how to eat properly, what kind of foods and so on, basically everything that you need to know. I'm also going to link it in the description, so if you're interested in that, you can check it out. But now shortly I'm just going to show you the most important things that you need to know. So as you can see, diet, whole foods, this is the first thing. Most of your diet should be whole foods. You don't want to eat all of that modern processed food, like eat whole foods, basically foods with one ingredient like cheese, milk, eggs, meat, fruits, vegetables, like clean food. Okay, don't eat chips and all of that BS that nowadays everyone is eating if you want to look great. Second, a lot of eggs and meat. Yeah, I already told that. So you want most of your diet to be eggs and meat. For example, I'm eating like 8 to 10 eggs every single day, and I'm feeling amazing and I'm looking amazing. So then we have, let me read this one. Carbs before training. So you want to eat most of your carbs before your workout. For example, once again, you can eat oats, you can eat also honey. This is a very good, like a pre-workout meal. So eat most of your carbs before the workout. Is going to make you feel more energized and you're actually going to be stronger. And finally, we have, you need to know, like, are you trying to lose or gain weight? And based on that, you need to, structure your diet. Like, are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to gain weight? Are you trying to build some muscle mass? Are you trying to get leaner? All of that stuff matters, and you need to know what you're actually trying to do. So once again, if you want more in detail explanation of all of these topics, just check the video. I'm going to link it in the description. And the last thing is rest. You need to rest good. You need to make sure that you're recovering from the workouts, and in the beginning of every single workout, you're feeling pretty fresh. Obviously, some tiredness or some, not even muscle soreness, but just the feeling that you did a workout like 2 days ago, it's fine. But you need to make sure that you're starting the workout fresh. You need to make sure that you're feeling good. And if you're starting the workout and everything hurts, you can't warm up, and it feels like you're in pain, then obviously you're not recovering enough, and you need to rest better, you need to sleep better, you need to improve your diet once again. You need to make sure that all of these things are checked, because this is super important. And of course, avoiding bad habits like drinking alcohol, going out, eating a lot of junk food. All of that stuff is going to make you recover slower, and it's definitely going to stop you from achieving skills and building your dream physique faster. And basically that was it for today's video. And if you feel like you need some professional help for building this specific program based on your goals, based on the skills that you're trying to achieve, and based on the physique that you're trying to build, you can apply for my one-on-one coaching. It's the first link in the description. It's a simple application. You're going to fill it out, and I'm going to reach out to you, and we are going to see if we are going to be a good fit for each other. But just to let you know, my coaching is only for serious people, only if you're actually ready to put in the work and you need some help with actually doing the right thing. So that was it for today. Make sure to take action, train hard and smart, of course, expect redemption, and see you in the next one.